G'day, I'm Sean Summerfield and welcome to Cool Cars here on Giltrap TV. Yes, we're counting down to level 2, aren't we? Look, the fact is our dealerships are open. We've got a whole lot of great procedures operating to keep everybody safe. It's all contact free. You can still look at cars. You can arrange contact free test drives, the works. And one thing that won't change, whatever the level, is we're doing everything possible to keep everybody safe. Right across the Giltrap group, you can find it everything you need to know at giltrap.com. On Cool Cars this week, VW's T-Cross is here. How a few Kiwi drivers getting behind small businesses has become big news. We taste the magic of the Porsche 911 992. And Max Verstappen puts the Aston Martin Valkyrie to the test. And of course, a stack of cool cars for you to check out right now. Hey, news this week, and Lamborghini are back building cars in the Santa Gata factory. While car production had been on hold, Lamborghini had been producing PPE and breathing simulators during Italy's lockdown. As with all of us, it is a return to a new normal, with protocols to ensure the maximum safety of all Lamborghini staff. Lamborghini were the first Italian automotive company to close during the pandemic. Chairman Stefano Domenicali then capped off the week with the first augmented reality launch of a new model. The Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive Spider was unveiled late Thursday night New Zealand time. Using Apple's AR Quick Look to allow customers and fans to virtually experience the new car in their very own driveway. Well, in Stefano's own words, we continue to nurture the dreams of our fans and customers. Too damn true. Hey, last week we introduced you to Racing Local. Giltrap Group are stoked to be behind this venture, not just as motorsport fans, because we get to see our top drivers competing virtually, but that it raised over $10,000 in just the first night of racing. And that money is used to help New Zealand's small and medium-sized businesses hit by COVID-19. And the sim driving force behind Racing Local is Brendan Harley. Brendan joins us now. Brendan, how happy are you with the way it all went?
Hey Sean, well it depends if you're asking about my own race or the whole event. But in terms of the event, we're stoked. It was a really small group of us that had this idea and tried to action it within 1 week. We had no idea how much work was going to be involved and how much admin, especially when we're taking on donations and trying to look after partners that were getting involved. And yeah, newfound respect for events management. I think driving a race car is definitely a lot easier. But it's been fun and we've learned a lot and doing it with mates, and yeah, really happy with the first week.
So what has the reaction been like?
Yeah, the reaction after week one's been really good, both from viewers online, but also all the pros who got involved. You know, the first week we had to pick up the phone, sell them the pitch, explain what we're trying to do. This week, everyone was in touch with us saying, how do we get back in? We want them for week 2. They love the idea of raising money for small local businesses, many of which have supported us over the years. And you know, we raised more than 10,000 in the first week, which was huge for us. And yeah, I think we can do a better job next week.
Well, Brendan, look, the fact is you do have F1 sim experience. So the question is, what happened on Friday night?
Yes, I've done lots of simulator work in Formula 1. But I'm new to gaming and I've quickly realised I'm not particularly good at it, but I'm having fun with it. And yeah, I've very quickly realised that it's probably harder than the real thing. You need to spend more time in there getting that feel that you miss from driving the real car. But yeah, week one's result wasn't my finest hour. I actually had a crash with co-founder of Racing Local, Chris Vanderdrift, on lap 1 of race 1. So it was probably the worst start possible from that aspect. But we had fun, and honestly, we were more worried about putting on a good show and everyone having a good time, which I think we achieved.
Well, thanks for that, Brendan. All the best for tonight's races, a few more weeks too of Racing Local. The info's all on the Facebook page. You can see it on screen now, and I can tell you that the race highlights are also going to screen on CRC Motorsport on 3. Good to see everyone getting behind this, and Giltrap Group really proud to be part of Racing Local. Well, now to our feature car this week in Cool Cars, the Volkswagen T-Cross. It's just arrived in New Zealand and it is a proper wee cracker. If you like, it's the little sibling to the T-Roc, and it captures all of the magic, the cool colours and some of the surfaces and whatnot that made that car such a runaway success here in New Zealand, but it sort of puts it into smaller package, more fuel efficient, takes up less space, but it's got all the panache and personality. And we've got for you a review from Car Gurus. They drove the car in Britain. You can see how much they liked it. And also you will notice some spec is slightly different to New Zealand, but what isn't different, whether the car is there or at Giltrap Volkswagen, is the reaction to this car is universal.
Add all of that together and you have what is arguably the best of these super mini based SUVs currently on sale.
Okay, let's talk Porsche 911. I'm a car guy, you know that. So personally, I've always admired and respected the 911. How can you disagree with the plaudits and the status it has? It really is a car that was close to perfect, made more perfect each and every time. But I've got to say, and forgive me for gushing, but the 992 is the first Porsche I have actually coveted. There is something about this car, not just the technical advances. There are microphones under the wheel arches that actually listen to the sound of the road surface and the changing sound to work out what grip it is, for goodness sakes. But there's also a lot of really cool nostalgia. There's lots of tributes to the last 5 decades of 911 and the way things are laid out and some of the badge. It's just, look, it's awesome. And I'm not alone, because Mr. Day WW, he knows his cars, you know that. He calls it the everyday supercar.
Let me tell you on good authority that we are not hanging around. 7.5, there we go. Relentless torque, squashing you back in the seat. Hard on those carbon ceramics, down through the 8-speed PDK, back on the torque. This is a daily driver sports car. What is going on with the world?
And we've got the full link to Mr. Day WW's review on this week's Cool Cars. And I tell you what, watching him driving, I've put that in my sort of post-COVID list. I'm going to take a drive in a 992 for sure. And hey, by the way, too, at Giltrap Porsche right now, we have our first 911 Carrera C2. Stunning, stunning car. It's there in the showroom. You can get a virtual look at it if you want, but do check it out on Cool Cars this week. Speaking of new cars too, the new Audi A1 Sportsback is there at Giltrap Audi. We've also got some great deals on the Kia Cerato, Holden Commodore, Volvo V90, Skoda Octavia, there's a Lamborghini Aventador and a Lexus C200H. Hey, and from hybrid to full electric, we have the new Jaguar I-Pace SE. And there's heaps more on Cool Cars. Do take a look at some of the fantastic machines there, some great deals as well. One car that really caught my eye was the Range Rover Evoque P250 at Archibald and Shorter. You know, it's hard to believe that when the first Evoque was released with its posh spice-inspired design, Richie McCaw's All Blacks had actually yet to win a World Cup. And now we've got an all-new Evoque, but it retains all the, well, I guess the features that make it the design standard setting small SUV.
Basically, it's got that same cheeky stance that the Evoque always had, but now with a little bit more sophistication. And
we have the full link to Jag's Top Gear walk around with the Evoque on this week's Cool Cars. Do check that out, along with that 250p model on this week's Cool Cars list. And also on the list too, this 2017 Aston Martin DB11 V12. They just don't make a car that isn't beautiful, do they? Why have I shown you that one right now? Well, that's what we call a segue, because any fans of awesome cars will have been watching the development of the Valkyrie. Stunning car. So when you put Max Verstappen behind the wheel, well, we had to share this clip.
Pretty different, I would say. So yeah, the Valkyrie, I mean, it's incredible. The downforce you have on the car as well. It just looks super aggressive, and it was a lot of fun out there.
And that's it for this edition of Cool Cars here on Giltrap TV. Find out everything else you need to know at giltrap.com. Bye for now.